Would be interested to get started with how you came up with the idea, or how you and your co-founder came up with the idea of dealing with the wealth management industry. There's a lot of challenges in helping, wealth management firms and financial advisors to create a more seamless and smooth kind of platform to work from. So maybe give us a little bit of background around the founding story.
Yeah. To be honest, like wealth management vertical is not the most sexy one behind the financial industry. Probably the people used to have ideas in the payment side and so on, because you in your daily life you interact more with these kind of companies, no? But we created Flanks mixing two worlds, no? My co-founder Alvaro was coming from Santander, leading all the wealth management piece at Santander Global. Um, and in my case, I was coming more from leading teams, data teams for different companies worldwide, but in the startup world. No? And we met each other in an elevator, like just as a film. And we said, hey, what do you do for a living? And we share like some thoughts and some ideas. And Alvaro was struggling a lot in Miami to aggregate the information of their clients. And he had like literally a team aggregating information manually about their clients. And I said, hey, I think that I can help you on that. And we do some MVP internal for us. And it works, no? And we said, okay, let's build Flanks, no? Let's build Flanks. And at the end of the day, the original idea of Flanks is like, okay, let's put the rails for the wealth management industry. Let's create the base that is the information to really offer advisory services or wealth management services on top of that. Well, that was a little bit the founding story and the idea behind that.
Mm-hmm. With one would think that the data that you're dealing with is very confidential, very private, and typically I think financial institutions would want to house that within their own systems that they have full control over. And I presume that Santander would also want that internally, but somehow, you have your global head of wealth management there saying, well, no, I think this could be like a separate tool. So how does it work, in the context of financial institutions needing to know and maintain privacy?
Yeah, I think that you need to deal with that. And this is very, very important. At the beginning, when we were creating the company, obviously after the MVP, we said, okay, before having any client, we decided to regulate the company. This means that we apply for regulation from Bank of Spain with European passport for account information service provider. That this is like a regulation that allow to fintech companies to access to cash information, not investment information. But for us was like, okay, let's regulate the company. Let's put the security process, all this kind of procurement around the company, just to be prepared to work in this industry. Because as you mentioned, all this industry is about trust. And when you are talking with a bank and say, hey, we are going to offer to you a service that you can see the 360 view of the client, they say, amazing, but okay, who stores the data? And you are a startup, then you need to provide this trust to the clients. Also, how we are dealing with that also is like we partner with top brands in terms of security. For example, Deloitte or EY, they are doing a lot of pen testing in our platform, and they are giving comfort to also our clients. And also, we offer possibilities that the clients can store the data, they manage all the data, and we just act as a pipe. And it works like really, really well. But at the beginning was challenging because also you need to capture like the tier 2 and tier 3 clients before like jumping to the tier 1s. Because when you go to the tier 1s, they ask to you, okay, you are small, you are just 10 people team, how you are going to deal with this confidential data and so on. Yeah, it's like network effect a little bit, regulation, and then also like put like the right technical solutions in place.
Is there a threshold of net worth that your end client typically has? Because it looks like you're simplifying the complexity of, say, an end client that has assets, a variety of types of assets. So is there kind of, what's your target client? What do they
Yeah,
look like?
yeah, and this is a really, really good question. We typically, historically, we had a client that our client is the advisor, no? That typically the advisor advise around 1 billion under advisory. Less than 1 billion under advisory is less relevant for us. But this is changing a lot during this year because we realize that something really, really magic happens. No, this year appears more or less the AI boom. No, everyone is talking about AI. Uh, and if you say, okay, what is making special the wealth management industry? The reality is like the hyper personalization, no, the relationship that you have with your advisor. But now it can be boosted by AI. No, now you can handle a lot of personal stuff using AI. We are seeing more and more clients trying to build use cases for affluent segment that is between 100K and 2 million. That is 4 times bigger the market than the private market industry, trying to serve that with AI plus or data. And this is like quite special, the use case that we are seeing there.
And can you give us a sense for the scale of your company now? And you can use whatever metrics you're comfortable sharing.
Yeah, yeah. Now, as a company, we are serving more or less in all the countries in Europe. More or less, we have at least one client in all the countries in Europe, and we are processing basically the main metric that we are looking for is the number of portfolios, no, the number of accounts that we aggregate in the system, and we are aggregating monthly around 500,000 portfolios per month, which is like quite massive. And we are supporting, for example, in Spain, we support like all the tier one institutions are our client. In France, like the main tier one institutions are our clients. And also we serve like really, really, really big family office. Also in terms of employees, that always is not related to success, but we are 100 people here in Barcelona serving that, which means that we are not just two guys on the table, like trying to serve the family apps.
Do you have plans to expand into the US?
Yeah, in the US, we are seeing like a super, super good segment, especially in the affluent part. We are seeing that ultra high clients, they are okay, they have their own solutions and nothing to do there. But we are seeing a space super interesting that are the clients that are affluent between 100K and 2 million that no one is taking care about them. No one is offering anything to them. And wealth management is not about money. It's about help. It's about offering them something that we can that they can improve their financial life. They can learn and flanks plus the new generation of AI. I think that is like perfect combination to really tackle this segment, and especially in the US, there is a huge need to do that.